Hey everybody, so I wanted to do a quick video about this new property that we have in Deming Ranchettes in Luna County. And I say quick video because, number one, I've done so many videos about Deming Ranchettes, Luna County in the past that I felt there was no need to repeat the same kind of 20 minutes of information that I normally do in these things. My suspicion is if you're a regular viewer of the website, you've probably already watched that video. One of them, or if you're looking for land in this region, you're probably already familiar with a lot of those things. If you are neither of those two groups, just go to our YouTube channel, look up any one of our Deming Ranchettes properties. You'll find a video in which I say a lot of the same things that I say in all these. Anyway, the point is, I want to make a quick video about this property because it is so kind of a niche property, so specific a property, that even if you're looking for land out here, this one may not be for you. So I at least wanted to kind of disclose all the information that I get about this property for anybody who maybe the salient details would escape them by just kind of reading the listing page, okay? So let's get into it. As with all of our properties, we got GPS coordinates down here. Click them, and voila, Google Maps shall appear with the property on it. For the record, guys, this is 2.5 acres of land, 5 adjacent half-acre lots that are priced at $1,900. That is less than we normally price land at in this region, but there's some reasons for that. So, first off, what you're looking at here on the map is most of Luna County. It is the Deming Ranchettes subdivision. It covers all of this region that I am highlighting here on the map. As I have mentioned in past videos, one of the major benefits of this region is that everything out here, the way it was originally subdivided, was people bought 2 lots at a time. So pretty much everybody has a 1-acre lot out here. They have a combination of 2 adjacent half acres, and it benefits them, it benefits the community because all of those lots are subsequently defined as, quote, buildable lots. And because of that, what you'll find in this region is that it's not just a concentration of development up here by the highway, but rather all throughout the region and over here. Now, to be clear, guys, yes, there's way more development up here than there is down here or over here. But if you zoom in on the map and you poke around, you're going to see that there are some developed home sites in pretty much all parts of this Deming Ranchettes subdivision. So that's the first benefit we always talk about. The second, of course, is that because of that development, the roads are usually always in good shape. It's a pretty arid climate out there. Nothing really gets overgrown. So the roads are well maintained, but even the ones that aren't are still in pretty good drivable condition. And point number 3 is that because of that ubiquity of development, there's usually always utilities either at the lot line or pretty close by to the lot line. Of course, all these properties sit very close to the State Rock Park area up here, the Florida mountains, visible from all these lots. They're all very close to the county seat of Deming, where you've got all your major big box stores, etc. And all of them really are just a jump on the highway and a whatever 30-minute drive into Las Cruces in the east. All right, blah blah blah. This property is a little different than what I've described in a couple ways. So let's zoom in on this. This one is located up here in the northeast part of the subdivision, and it's very close to the highway. Now, let me just quickly say our photographer was out there for quite some time, and he said that highway noise was actually not much of a factor, which I find surprising because the property sits very close to it. But that was his report. Whatever the case, the property, the 5 adjacent half-acre lots sit right here along Huerfano Drive. And, of course, this subdivision is so massive, it's difficult to get specific plat maps for out here. Of course, we do have in our gallery kind of Google Earth representation of the general footprint of the land. This is, lot 1, lot 2, lot 3, lot 4, lot 5. You get the point, okay? Anyway, back here on the map. So if you're looking at this property like, oh my God, this thing's right off the highway. This is great. I just bang a sharp right off the highway and I can get back to the land. It's not completely true, okay? So if you zoom in on this, what you'll see down here is there's no real turnoff down here at the highway, of course, because number 1, it's a highway, but number 2, there is fencing all along this region. So no matter how far you scroll on this road, whatever, you're going to keep running into fencing that exists along the highway. So the first thing I want to make you guys aware of is exactly how to get to this property, okay? So in the photo gallery on the page, we have 2 representations of this. One is the general kind of overview, which is basically you're getting off the highway here in Aquila. You're working your way down on the 549, which kind of runs parallel to this. Then you're making your way north to a bridge that crosses over the I-10. And once you're over there, you can kind of zig and zag and work your way down to the property. In the next slide, we go into this specific region up here, where you can see that very close to this RV park that exists up here, there is this road, there is this bridge, it leads over the highway, and then again, zig and zag your way down to the property. Point being, that is the way that you access this land, and that is the way from this land that you would access the highway. So it does, we say in the headline it has easy access. That might be a bit of a misnomer, but not a lot of traffic in this region, so it's really not that difficult to drive to go up and around and back and blah, blah, blah. But that's the first thing I want to make you guys aware of. The second thing is we talk about how close utilities generally are in this region. Utilities here are about 2,000 feet north of the subject property. There's an easement running here along, basically parallel these tracks up here. And if you kind of zoom in, you can see here's one of the utility poles, here's another one, blah, blah, blah. And you can track that all the way, east or west, and you'll find the same thing. Anyway, point being, if you right-click and measure distance, you will see nearest utilities are about 2,000 feet north of the subject property. There's a lot of cases where 2,000 feet north is not difficult or prohibitively expensive to get power extended to a property. Maybe you want to have that conversation with the local power company. My guess, however, is this one's going to be a little difficult or a little different to get a utility easement down here to Huerfano. So that's all my way of saying that this benefit that we normally talk about, which is the proximity of power, I don't think it really applies to this property. In the interest of full disclosure, I think this is more of a, quote, solar-friendly land, okay? Anyway, additionally, as we go down here in the gallery and we kind of look at the photos, I do want to make you guys aware that when our photographer was out there, he drives a larger truck, and he pretty much recommended a larger truck or off-road vehicle would be necessary at the very least for, hang on a second, would be necessary for, at the very least, this region up here, where you're zigging and zagging, all of these roads between sort of the tracks and the highway. These are not traversed all that much. Everything down here, pretty easy. Obviously, you get off the highway, the 549, all that's easy driving, smooth sailing. This road up here going north, that one's easy as well. It's when you get into this region that you want a larger truck or off-road capable vehicle. If you're purchasing the property, if you're going out there to scout, so on and so forth, okay? So anyway, the first photo gives you a sense of what the road conditions are like out here. The rest of these, I mean, this is what property kind of normally looks like out here in Deming Ranchettes. This lot may have a little more vegetation on it than we normally see, might be a little more overgrown, but the point is that in this respect, it is similar to a lot of properties out here. Now, just quickly, let me go to the drone shots here that kind of overlook this region. So first off, we have the general footprint of the land. As you can see, pretty close to the highway. Again, photographer noted, not a lot of highway noise. I'm surprised by that. You may want to investigate that on your own. But then as you go through these, you can see, again, exactly how close that is. You can kind of also eyeball the bridge that I was mentioning just down here in the distance. So you would take this bridge over the highway to work your way back to the land, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, those are the major points of what I wanted to discuss, that this is dissimilar from properties we normally list out here because the power is probably not an option, number one. Number two, the roads adjacent to the property are not in the best condition. And number three, that it does sit in a region, close to the highway, but still, it's not like a quick turnoff to the highway. I didn't think that would be evident from just looking at maps, so I did want to explain the route that you would have to take on that. Anyway, the point is that this is for a very specific buyer, obviously having property in this region. One of the benefits with having 5 adjacent half-acre lots is you've got every 2 lots is a buildable lot. Every half-acre plus half-acre becomes a buildable lot. So, of course, you can resell one of these, make some money back on it, maybe even make a profit. You can live on one, you can rent out the other, so on and so forth, or you can use it for some purpose that I have not discussed in the video. I don't know. You may have some kind of home site you want to build out here. Maybe if it's too close to the highway, maybe you could get it rezoned in some small way, do some kind of commercial operation like that RV park that I was showing you in the previous photo, which would actually be out here. That's the RV park. So on and so forth. I don't know, but I did at least want to make you guys aware of what I knew about the property looking on a map, because I felt like this would not necessarily be obvious without a video about it. So with all that said, guys, this is not the normal property that we have out here. Because of that, we've discounted it a little bit, but still $1,900 for 2.5 acres in this region is not only below what we normally offer these things for, but is certainly way below what other people normally offer these things for. So if you do want to purchase it, come up here, click the Buy Now button, and go through the process that way. Hope the video was helpful, guys. If you do have questions, just shoot us an email, support@hemingwayland.com, or leave a question, comment here on the YouTube channel. Anyway, thanks for watching this 10-minute quick, quote-unquote, quick video. Thanks, guys.